Welcome to Simulator Adventures, and welcome back to Gran Turismo 4. Now, I've had a look at some things online. This game has over 700 cars. The A-spec points are won through races. You can only get them by finishing first place, I believe. And basically, the more you have, the harder the races you race in are. You've also got the B-spec skill level, which is the same as the points, I think, or something like that. And that basically means that you can have a driver race for you. What else is there? There's no paint shop. And that's kind of annoying, really. I wanted to change the colour of this car, but you can only really change a car's colour when you're buying them from the dealer. So, what do we do now? Should we do the special condition events? Do these again? Or should we upgrade our car? Is it worth that, or should we just race with the Share? The Share. CN. Yeah, let's do it. Let's race with the Share. How do you say that? Whoa! Okay, the menu's a bit weird. It's nice, but you're just gonna play all races and beginners and professional. Right, professional. Let's try the Clubman Cup in our, or maybe the turbo. We had. I haven't got a turbo. Okay. Naturally aspirated? No, let's... Okay. Stick to my guns. We're going to complete what we started. Upgrade this thing. At Subaru themselves. So you can buy new cars here, look. I mean, I really want, like... this. Or where is it? Oh no, oh, they don't have it. No, they don't have it. So I really wanted the Subaru Impreza estate. Oh, I forgot to. Damn it. It'll probably be in the used showroom or one of them. Right, tuning shop, turbo. Whoa! 360 horsepower, yes! That is that is so much better. What else can we do? Tyres, maybe? Sports tyre, these tyres won't run a few lads except in the most severely cold conditions. Does that matter? So we could just use those. Or we'd have dirt tyres, I don't know. Got suspension. I think the brakes could do with a bit... No, I haven't got enough money, though. What about weight reduction? Let's go for it. Weight reduction. I think we're like removing the rear seats that'll make the car lighter, more responsive on the road. And then this is going to be much better. So the higher the A-spec points in a race basically means how difficult the race is. I think I said that before, so I was partially right. But then also, the more A-spec points you accumulate throughout the game, the harder the races they give you are. So we just have to keep racing, really. I mean, that's good. The game gets more challenging as you go along. Although 8 points, yeah. Oh, look at the turbo gauge. It's going to be quick. Whoa. Okay, a lot of wheel spin. Okay, well, yeah, this car's pretty quick now. But we're only just keeping up to those guys up there. Oh, it's really twitchy as well. This is going to be difficult to control, I think. Whoa! Okay, so we don't get a penalty in this kind of race. Just smashing into our opponents. Now, at some point, I guess I'll have to do the license test, but I didn't want to make a video on the license test because I think a lot of people know about the license tests, and they're not actually that fun. Especially not to watch. And I failed them actually quite a few times. I mostly got bronze and silver. I got maybe like 4 or 5 goals out of all of the license tests I did. And I must have done about 30 license tests, so... It doesn't matter, you can get bronze in every single one and still win. So yeah, I think there is a Whoa! There is a reason this is called the beginner events, right? This car is, I think, a bit too powerful for this category now. Look, they're not even coming around that corner yet. There you go. Look at that mountain. And most of these laps, right, are quite short. And there's only 2 laps per race. Later on in the game, you literally, I think, have to do a 24-hour race. And I'm guessing you have to save halfway through, and then... Whoa. And then stop, right? And then pick it up the next day or something. Well, unless you want to do like a 24-hour live stream, right? Because I know with things like iRacing, people do very long races. So it's not unheard of. A game I've yet to try, but I've not really had the interest in that. I feel it would be too difficult for me to do, and I'm not a good enough driver. And I enjoy, not perhaps casual racing, but at least racing that I don't have to be online permanently for, and I don't have to, you know, spend a long time at the wheel. Because it is tiring. The force feedback, especially on my wheel, I've got it cranked right up, and it does get a bit tiring, actually. Especially with some cars where you have to do a lot of oversteering. Like with this, you have to admit, with a controller, as unprecise and weird feeling it is to someone who plays with a wheel all the time, it's pretty fun. But I would never play a game more realistic than this with a controller. I mean, the set of course with a controller is, people say, oh, it's so difficult and stuff, but people say that about BeamNG Drive now as well. I understand what they mean. BeamNG is a difficult game to control. Whoa! Whoa, we're off the okay. BeamNG is a difficult game to control. You need a wheel because the physics are so realistic in that game. Without a wheel, you can't provide the same kind of input to the front wheels, and so you will just skid, really. And there is like traction control and electronic stability control in that game, but it's not very... You can still drift with it on, I think. It's not the most brilliant system. It does prevent like the worst skids, but if you know how to use it, you can still drift those, especially the D's of the state car, I think. The ETK, whatever it's called. Right. There is some kind of glitch going on with the sun. I don't know if that was in the game normally, but it's like trying to simulate what it's like when the sun goes through the clouds, I guess. Like flashing, so it's a bit annoying, but it's not game breaking, right? Where is the finish line? Oh, okay. Wow. I forgot to turn the music off, didn't I? Yeah, not a brilliant prize, is it? Right. Before I forget, because I'm recording these in bulk, so let's turn replay music off. And why not slideshow music off too? The menu music is definitely fine. It's all the original soundtrack, so it's not gonna bug the YouTube algorithm or something. It's just, it'll be fine. And I think there's one more race. Fuji Speedway. So, a lot of Audis again. They're all Quattro, of course, so that's why they're in the four-wheel drive category. Here we go. I could probably do with some better tyres, to be honest. Because when they haven't warmed up, it's not great. So that is an S3. which is a lot better than the 3.2 litre one we saw earlier. Whoa! Well, it wasn't earlier, it was in the last part, wasn't it? Having said that, this car, I don't think any of these cars in this race are going to be much faster than this. No, you see, we're catching up quite easily. Oh, the brakes! We do need to improve the brakes a bit. I like to brake quite late, I'm going to be honest. Or not at all, apparently. Wow, that's bad. We went really right there. Ugh, can't speak. Okay. Because when you've got basically an on-off switch for the brake and the accelerator, it's much easier to brake late. Okay, we're now drifting. Okay, we're alright. Now, you see, I could just skip right over there. There is nothing stopping me doing that, but I don't think that's a good idea. You can definitely just skip right over there and the game doesn't do anything to you, so... And the big question is, how fast can we go on the main straight? Can we get to like 140, 150 maybe? Oh no, we've only got 5 gears. That's not good. Only 5 gears. So we kind of stopped about 161 there. So if you notice above the gear selector, or gear change indicator, I've got it in automatic mode, so there's no real gear selector. It says 4 and it flashes. It says what gear you're in and then telling you to brake when it flashes. And like when it's just solid red, it says when you should be preparing to brake. I think it says it a bit early though. Even though I brake quite late, I think it says it quite early. Okay, let's just, I'll show you. Here we go. No penalty. Look at that. No penalty at all. See, I did it once. I did the lap, well, probably once, okay? It's not great, is it really? You can do that. And across the line. Yes. 145 miles an hour. Well, fun car to drive. I shouldn't have... Hopefully no music. Hold on. Wow, look at the texture of that mountain up there. Oh, sorry. Just knocked the microphone. Yeah, we got no music. Well, it says that Yellow Oh Yeah is playing, which is that weird song that they have with when you fail the licenses. Okay, now this mode, this weird mode that syncs with the music looks kind of weird now, and also the car's kind of quiet. Whoa, okay, yeah, spinny camera. That's very mid-2000s. Or early 2000s, more like. Okay, we did it. So, do we win a prize for completing every... Looks like we do. What is that? The Triathlon race car. Can we sell these cars? That's my question. The Toyota Triathlon. No, it's not worth anything. Doesn't even say how much power it has. What about the Shia? No, it's not worth anything. I guess, well, let's just keep this thing. So we've done that. I mean, look at all the others we've got to do. Right, let's have a look in the new shop. Oh no, I haven't got enough money. I don't know. European events. No, we can't do that. So we're gonna let's do special. Let's go back to special condition. So we've got all these rallies. Rally Costa di Amalfi. The Capri Rally. Let's try this. Now hopefully our car will be powerful enough. Yeah, we're against the Renault 5 again. Okay. 2 points. It's not worth anything. Wow, look at this place. I don't think I've ever raced here before. So yeah, the problem was that I was only able to get to like this point in the game before I had to stop playing when I was younger because I had no memory card, so the game wouldn't save, and every time I started the PS2 back up. Whoa! That's not good! That is a big jump. Every time I started the PS2 back up, nothing was there. I started all over again. And when I finally did get a memory card, I'd kind of grown out of it. And I'd move on to like PS3, and that had Gran Turismo 5 then. Which I played quite a bit. It's just thinking back to a time when we didn't even have onboard storage on a console for remembering your save games and your progress. It's just, times have changed so much, and I think we're really lucky to be around at a time when so much progress is being made, but also it's so easy to play these games. And even though I think sometimes I feel like the racing industry, especially the racing game industry, has kind of fallen short in the past few years. Whoa, don't hit the wall because it'll penalise me. Okay, maybe not. You just ride the wall, it's fun. But yeah, Gran Turismo has basically stopped at the moment. We haven't had a proper release since about 2013. Gran Turismo Sport is quite a good game, but it's not really the experience a lot of people like me are looking for, which is more like this. It does show, however, that they are making progress with the physics and the sound, which are now really good. And the cars in the game have always looked brilliant, so that game is phenomenally good looking. What else? So, Forza is alright. I don't like the Forza series itself. I like Forza Horizon, which is good fun. Yeah, we can actually handbrake around here. I'm not a fan of the actual Forza series, but Forza Horizon is great. They need to add proper wheel support to Forza Horizon, then it'll be a perfect game. There is no wheel support really. It's pretty poor. What else? Well, Assetto Corsa are trying to work on the Competizione, which again, it's a bit like Gran Turismo Sport really. Is that what it's called? Assetto Corsa, the new one? Project Cars, are they making a Project Cars 3? I don't really know. I don't really like Project Cars 2 that much. Didn't find it that good. Need for Speed is still going, but there is arcade as ever, so it's not really good for a simulation game to play. Yeah. And I think we also, I mean, I like City Car Driving. It's not a racing game, obviously, but it would be nice to have a game that could compete with that, because City Car Driving, we've had that map now for, well, 10 years nearly, and it's not great. The other map is really small, not much fun. Like, I wish we could have like an open country one, like a totally open country one, and a game that had physics that were as good as BeamNG. Like, BeamNG could be an all-inclusive driving game. It could have hardcore simulation racing, open world, realistic driving physics, It could be a fun game just to smash cars around, which it still is, I suppose. It's all on them. We're only at 0.17. Imagine how much more they could enable in that game. And it has really good wheel support. It needs a bit better like Track IR and VR support, I think. I think it has VR support. Because I guess Track IR is like partially virtual reality. It's not really though. Wow, 2 points worth it. Deary me. That system is weird though. The more you collect, the harder the game is. But we get a nice 5 grand from that, which is good. And obviously we win these cars. So it's kind of worth it, right? Every race we do, we win a car. And this car is obviously suited really well to the challenges, right? 4 points. That's a bit more, not brilliant. Let's have a drink quickly. Ooh. Excuse me. Alright. Let's go. Come on. Right, now, if this guy is gonna... Okay, no, we're much faster now. Wow. Wow, just bump into me, why don't you? Okay, I was trying to use the handbrake to get around that corner, and it works. Wow. I don't think I'll need to change cars. This car is brilliant. What we can do to change the look of this car is change the wheels, which I might do. Sometimes, like, especially in Britain, people change, oh well, and in Japan actually, people change their cars to gold, like these Subarus to gold wheels. So maybe we should do that. We look like a complete boy racer, kind of, with gold wheels, oh dear. That'd be quite funny. Or maybe we should save our car for something newer. I don't know what I'd buy though. I always wanted to like... I think it was in the original Gran Turismo 3, which is, I think I had a before this, a couple of years before this. And that game is really old now. But I was always like aspiring to buy the BMW 3 Series that was in that game. Or at least I think it was a 3 Series. And it's like 50 grand and I was like never able to afford it. But that car is obviously not the most powerful car in the game, nowhere near. I don't know why I really wanted it that much. I wasn't even a fan of how it looked. I think now I do quite like the styling of the older BMWs, but back then I was not a fan. I was quite young obviously, so... And while I like the look of the Subarus, I think they have a bad reputation because of people that drive them. Like, especially in the UK, they've got a boy racer kind of idea behind them. Like, no idea what I'm talking about. Whoa, that was bad. But also, they did really well in the rallying stage, so they've got that going for them. Now, Mitsubishi I don't think make the Evo anymore, but Subaru do make the Impreza, I think? I don't really know. And they were really, like, people fanboying over them and them fighting it out to be the best sort of rally car for the road. But we do still have Audi, and they make, like, the RS4 and the RS6, I think. And they are still in the game, so... Or are they stopping the RS6? At least the RS6 estate, I don't know. I don't... yeah. I thought I heard that they were stopping making one of them. Because as cars move towards being hybrid, it could make the RS6 faster, to be honest. But it's not really in the kind of brief about, you know, we want a car that's all muscle to have a hybrid or be electric. Are there any hybrid cars in this game? Yeah, they've got the Prius, but any like electric cars then? I don't know. We have got like the original Mercedes patent Motorwagen, which is the 1886 thing, which is like on 3 wheels and has a 1 horsepower engine or something. That'd be pretty cool to drive. Obviously it would be nowhere near as fast as this, but it would still be cool to drive, right? And I guess you have to win it from an event that I don't know which one it is. But I'm sure I could find out somehow. Maybe just by playing the game. There we go. Wow. Well, that's quite a fun event. I like the map. So, £5 and what kind of car do we win? I hope it's like a... I hope it's an actual car, not like a concept car now, because I don't really like those concept cars. They're not as interesting to me as the actual cars that exist, you know? Well, the concept cars do exist, but... Okay, here we go. Oh! Oh, look at that thing. So that, I do recognise, that's like a... That's just a rally car, right? That is just a rally car. So we got a historic showroom, right? Let's have a look. 423 horsepower. This could be quite a good car to drive, actually. Driven. Price. Whoa! 265,000. I mean, I could just sell that, and then we could buy some cars for the other events, right? Let's drive it for now. Is there a rally series we can do? No, not World Circuits. We know that. Dirt and snow, driving missions, beginner events. There's no rally there. Professional events, is there a rally here? No. I thought there'd be a rally event somewhere. What if we brought this to a beginner event? What would happen? Like there. No, you see you need standard or sport tyres. Right, let's have a look in the showrooms again. Used car lineup with data, right. Historic showroom. The Isuzu Piazza. Wow, wedge-tastic. It's like a piece of cheese. Pretty much all of these cars are in my budget. Ooh, a 300 ZX in my budget. I don't like the colour. See, that's a lot cheaper, and it'll probably win me those races, right? Maybe let's go to the... This is the later showroom. This is like pretty much modern cars, right? Oh, what was that in yellow? Mileage 6.2 miles. Really? Why would you buy a car and it is 6.2 miles in it? Come on. So yeah, we've got a Renault Megane. Why would you want that? Ah, Sport Wagon. And I can afford it. Oh, nearly. Will there be one coupe? They made a coupe? Oh right, it's not really a... Stagia, an SLK, S4, a Legnum. Oh, that is like an estate. I can't quite afford it. An MGF. There's so many interesting cars here. We need it to be like standard or sport tyres, so what was that HGT? HT, Nissan Skyline. A GT Apex Sprinter Torino. An RX-7. A Celica. Right. I think... let's buy one from here. A GS300, really? Well, the RX-7 could be quite good. A Fiat Panda. What? Come on. Or we can actually afford a Skyline. I don't like the look of those, though. The later ones are much better looking. 323F. FTO, Supreme Pretzer. Expensive, aren't they? Oh, we can go for this. We only need something with standard or sports tyres, so let's go for it. It's got a rotary engine. That's fine. Yes. So now this Sunday Cup is going to be quite easy in this, I think. We need an oil change, so that we can change the wheels here. BBS. Yeah, you see? I don't think they add much to the look of the car though. Actually, the wheels on it right now aren't very nice. Today's special. What? Yeah, put Peugeot wheels on a... Ooh. They look good. Right, all change. I like that now, the black wheels, that's good. So that's pretty much it for this part. I'll do one more, definitely, because I want to get through that Sunday Cup, which would be quite hilarious to see this this RX-7 go round the track against like little hatchbacks. But I'll see you then for that, and I'll see you soon with some more simulator adventures.